I'm gonna be debunking some ghost videos today. Hey guys, real quick before we get into today's video. Yes, I did get a haircut, but most importantly, Nukes hasn't posted in nearly 5 months on his YouTube channel. I just learned today that back in January, Nukes was in a very terrible car accident. He is okay, he did survive it, but he was pretty beat up. I just recently lost one of my best friends in November to a very terrible car accident, so when I saw that post, I got pretty shaken up over it. That being said, he did post saying that he's recovering and he plans to start uploading again relatively soon as he's feeling up to it, so thank goodness Boss Man is okay. I mean, he's one of the greatest ghost horror YouTubers on the platform, so I'm super thankful he's okay. So maybe if y'all get a moment, maybe go over to his YouTube channel and just post something nice on one of his videos or something. Just something to make him feel a little better. I don't know. That being said, let's get into some ghost debunking. Here we go, y'all. The Continental Inn
in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. A hotel which sits right across the road from a cemetery that is the final resting place of nearly 19,000
There's your problem.
bodies.
You built too close to the cemetery, buddy.
It's no wonder that the hotel has built up quite a bit of a reputation for being haunted. Now, Jenna is working the front desk at 5 in the morning when she and one of her co-workers, Tim, spot something very odd on the lobby security camera.
Let me see it. Show me the ghost.
The hotel that's haunted, it's the graveyard.
Oh.
So this service road here where Danny and I used to park, that's the old Stony Plain Road. Do you really think
I see it.
when they dug up all the bodies here?
What?
That was a good one. Moved them over to the graveyard?
Wait, what?
They dug up the bodies and what?
Wait, hold on. Wait, what is that? Is that a ghost?
Hey, no.
For real?
What's up?
Oh yeah, I see it again.
Yeah, let's try and
That's weird.
Sometimes he'll stay there for a minute.
He is. How do you know this?
Well, because Danny and I caught him earlier when Danny was in the games room locking up. I freaked out because I saw it.
Hey, language buddy.
I tried to do a video review to record it and it wouldn't let me.
A faint, pale figure can be seen moving around the hotel
What is
lobby
that?
and sitting down in one of the chairs before just disappearing.
Well, I don't know if we
completely.
could call that sitting
Jenna's
down.
coworker Tim claims that he's seen the bizarre figure many times before, and he believes that it has wandered over from the cemetery across the road. But lost spirit or not, I leave that up to you to decide.
Nukes! Wait, I don't know. Nukes, slow down. Okay, so I can't debunk every single video I see online, right? Some things are just impossible to debunk. Like, I have no idea what that was. But I do know that sometimes security cameras record over previous footage. And what could happen is that could be remnants of something else. Like maybe someone was vaping in the hotel lobby and a cloud went by. And then when it re-recorded, it left remnants of the older video on top of it. That can happen, but it might just be a ghost. Guys, I think we found a ghost.
Mirror, mirror.
Mirror, mirror.
Melina Zunder is celebrating Mother's Day in her home in Nova Trinto, Brazil.
Okay.
She records herself as she enjoys a Brazilian dessert treat.
That looks
and shows
delicious.
The thoughtful present that she received from her son. But then something happens that shocks her.
Was that a cheesecake?
To her core.
Gente, eu vou comer com vocês o
Guys,
melhor
we're gonna eat the
brigadeiro
best
da vida.
burger
que é
dip.
da
What?
Doceria da Lulu.
Lulu
Olha que
sweet.
bonitinho que eu ganhei no Dia das Mães.
Okay, slow down.
Mas ela me deu.
I'm trying to read.
É espelhinho de bolsa. Deixa eu abrir e mostrar.
Is the candy haunted?
Olha, que lindo. Deixa eu abrir. Ai, meu Deus. Amei. E agora vamos provar. Eu sou tipo assim, viciada.
It made a scary sound. Did I see something?
É simplesmente o melhor brigadeiro que eu já comi na minha vida.
Is that
Did you
pudding?
see it? In the reflection in the mirror,
Where?
a pale face can be seen looking.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Is that Sam Winchester from Supernatural? Ma'am, are you watching TV in the background? Be honest. Did you just point this thing at the TV? That's definitely Sam Winchester from Supernatural, 100%.
Melina, almost
Where's
as
Dean?
if someone was standing right in front of her. After reviewing her video 2 days later,
What? You
Melina
can... No, you're...
is shocked. She posted
Lady.
the video to her TikTok in search of answers. The video goes viral, quickly gaining over 3 million views.
What?
Many stunned viewers wonder whether there's anything in front of her that could have been reflected in the
3
mirror.
million stunned
Like a
viewers? She
TV.
pointed.
But Melina shows that in front of where she was sitting at the time, there's actually a backyard, not even a wall. She also says that her husband and son were inside at the time.
What?
So just who or what is
It's
this?
literally Sam Winchester from Supernatural, dude, and you can't tell me otherwise. That is not a ghost, okay? He is a ghost hunter, if anything. He is the opposite of a ghost.
Crossing over.
Crossing
User
over.
Lutaloo 4256 is driving down a quiet road somewhere in Thailand at around 8 o'clock in the evening.
Yo, I know my
Suddenly,
Supernatural. I've seen the
well,
entire show
just
4
watch.
times. Not even joking either. I love that show. Okay, what am I looking for here? Some kind of car ghost? Oh my goodness. Hey, language.
A woman wearing a white dress appears out of nowhere.
She did appear out of nowhere. She did. Can I slowly like zoom this back a little bit?
Appears out of nowhere, forcing the panicked driver to swerve around her. When brightening and slowing down the footage, things get even
She's looking
weirder.
barefoot, huh?
The eerie apparition seems to only partially appear, and then it just disappears altogether. So could this driver have captured evidence of the paranormal on
I don't
his
know.
dash cam? You decide. Apartment
Wait,
tour.
Duke, slow down. I don't even know what happened yet. Hold on, I gotta think about it. So like I said earlier, some videos are nearly impossible to debunk, right? I can only go based off of what the video I'm seeing is showing me. I'm not there in person, so I can't tell you if this was like video editing or what. Maybe it was a real person and the camera was just glitchy. I don't know. So there's 3 possible things that could have happened here. 1, it was a real person and the movement of the camera just made it look blurry and kind of see-through. That's a possibility. And if that's the case, that person probably needs some help right now. Option 2, it was a real ghost. Okay, we just witnessed the afterlife basically. And then option 3 would just be they just edited the video to make it look like a ghost, right? Like that's probably what happened. But again, I don't know for sure. It could legitimately be a ghost. I can't debunk it. Apartment tour gone wrong. I wish I had
From
Duke's
Lansing,
voice.
South Carolina
So
is giving a tour of
good.
a brand new luxury apartment to an interested couple. Then goes
Duke's
terribly
language,
wrong.
bro. What? When you're shown in the apartment and this happens. Let me see.
Yeah, that would help me actually.
Doesn't look sus so far. This looks like a real apartment showing. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a nice looking apartment, honestly. I kind of like it.
Is that closet?
That's washer dryer hookups.
Washer dryer in there as well. Let's go.
Oh, sorry, I kicked you.
I'm loving the carpet. Oh, this ghost is this ghost got a oh my goodness, there was a person in there.
A person in there. There's a person in there?
Hello? Was it a ghost or a person? I think it was a real person. That did not look like a ghost. It was wearing like a hoodie and everything.
I'm so sorry about that. It's okay.
The woman touring the apartment heads alone into the back
Okay,
bedroom
well, I
and
don't have to
checks out the
debunk this
closet.
one.
But surprise, because there's just some weird dude hiding in there.
It's a weird dude.
Understand?
You, like, there's a person
She said,
in there.
ew. Ew, yucky. What are you doing in there, dude? So my real life best friend, he manages apartments just like this. He's the manager of the entire complex. And he tells me these things happen quite often in his apartments. In fact, a couple of years ago, he was giving me a tour of one of the apartments that he manages. And he had to evict someone because they were doing a lot of drugs in the apartment. And he's like, hey, do you want to see the apartment? And I was like, yeah, let's go. And when we was walking by the apartment, about to open the door, a little tiny cat jumped into the window. And that cat was Turtle McDurtle. Turtle was in there for 4 days without food or water, and my buddy had no idea the cat was in there. So he gave me the key to the apartment when no one was looking, and I went inside and I put Turtle in my jacket because there's security cameras everywhere, and I'm technically stealing, but Turtle would have died if I didn't take her, dude. And that's the story of how I have acquired one of the sassiest cats alive, Turtle McDurtle.
While you were sleeping.
While you were
It's 3
sleeping.
in the morning in
That's
Erie,
never good.
Pennsylvania, and Jorge Cruz and his family are all fast asleep in bed.
Okay.
Suddenly, their bedroom door slams shut. Now, Jorge is woken up by the sound, but doesn't think much of it and goes back to sleep.
Sounds like something I would do.
The next day, he begins to wonder what could have caused the door to slam.
Air conditioner, come on.
He checks their baby monitor footage, and what he finds makes his blood run cold.
We're gonna see like a black shadow or a mist or something. That's how they always do it. Footsteps. Louder footsteps. There's a black mist. I called it. It moved the teddy bear. Unknown banging. The baby.
Loud banging can be heard before the bedroom door slams shut. Then a dark shadow-like figure can be seen creeping up the bottom of the baby's crib, seemingly watching the child sleep. The dark mass seems to reach over toward the child, even moving around a stuffed animal. Then it simply disappears into thin air.
Right.
Jorge says that he feels the entity might be a dark presence in his home. So did the family capture a paranormal entity on camera?
I don't know.
Let me know what you think.
So the one thing that's got me a little confused right now is if we look out into the doorway, there's a bright light coming from outside. Could be a street light, but it looks almost like sunlight. But then again, we are looking through like the night vision of the camera, right? But there's something else as well. The door slams. When the door slams, look at the baby. The baby didn't even flinch. Like, there was zero movement in the baby. I feel like the baby would have flinched when he heard the door slam, because that was a pretty loud slam, right? What if the video is played in slow motion? Or fast forward, I'm sorry. What if the door was very slowly being closed and then sped up and edited? They also edited in the black mist here as well, right? You could definitely do that. Because I feel like if the door actually slammed, the baby would have had some sort of movement or reaction to it, right? I think what happened was they used some kind of string or something to very slowly pull the door closed so it would not make a slamming sound. And then they sped up the footage and added the slamming sound in post. Otherwise, the baby would have definitely woken up. Have you guys ever babysit a baby? Bro, you creak on the ground and the baby's up and crying. The stuffed animal could be explained with someone underneath the crib. The banging sounds could just be edited.
Loud banging can be heard before the bedroom door slams shut. Then a
I don't know,
dark
that baby is
shadow-like figure can be
still,
seen
dude.
creeping up the bottom of the baby's crib, seemingly watching the child sleep. The dark mass seems to reach over toward the child, even moving around a stuffed animal. Then it simply disappears into thin air. Jorge says that he feels the entity might be a dark presence.
Is there
his
more?
home.
Does he have more clips? No. I don't know. It looks kind of choppy the way it's recorded. Like it's not fluent at all. Like it almost looks kind of stop motion-y a little bit when the doll moves. I don't know. It's not like it's not a fluent slam. It's almost like it's there and then it's there and then it's closed. I don't know. Yeah, that's my best guess. I think it was just edited in post. You know, the door was probably closing at extremely slow as to not disturb the baby. And then it just sped up the footage and added a slamming door sound effect. Because if it's not that, then we just saw a real life ghost. I don't know what to do with this information.
Peeker.
Peeker?
TikTok user Celeste Castro from the city of Culiacan, Mexico is home alone
Mexico?
at 1 a.m. when she hears strange sounds coming from her living room.
Let me see. I'm debunking something today.
No. No
Okay.
mames, no sé qué hacer ya.
No way,
sé
I don't
qué
know what to
hacer.
do anymore. I don't know what to do. I feel like you get up and check out the sound? What if it's a burglar? Okay. Maybe turn some lights on or something.
No mames, güey, no mames, está abierta la
The door is open.
puerta. Ay, no.
Well, that's terrifying. What happened to the tires on your car, man?
No hay nadie,
They
o sea,
go?
no hay nadie. No hay
There's
nadie.
no one, I mean, there's no one here. Lady, I think you just got robbed,
Cerrar
dude.
la puerta y le voy a poner seguro.
Close the door, lock it. That should have been
porque
done like
la neta,
hours ago.
se
Do y'all
supone
not
que
lock
no
your
hay
doors
nadie,
when you
no
lay
hay
down?
nadie, literal, no hay nadie en plebes.
There's
O sea,
no-
no sé qué voy a hacer.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Aquí voy a dejar.
I'm going to leave the
celular
phone,
este grabando aquí,
to record. Okay.
a ver si capta
To see if it captures
algo,
something.
Porque la neta ya me harté de que estén pasando cosas y
Whatever
no
is
sepa qué
happening
es.
and not knowing what it is. Okay.
La voy a dejar grabando
Because you hit record
y me voy a ir al cuarto.
and I'm going to my room.
Me da mucho miedo, please, me da mucho miedo ver.
I'm really scared to see whatever this is.
Mames.
Well, let's get out there and see what we caught, man. Come on down, don't be too afraid.
Yo quiero saber lo que realmente
I want to see
pasó.
what really happened. Let me see it.
No mames, no mames, no mames. No mames, no mames. No
Okay.
mames, güey, no mames.
And language?
¿Qué vergas es eso? ¿Qué vergas es eso?
Hold on.
Me está dando miedo.
I'm gonna check something in a second because I feel like something's not.
No mames, no mames, no mames, no mames.
Hold
Celeste
on.
gets the scare of a lifetime when she sees something peek out.
What is that? That's gonna be a friend. Hold on. There's something I want to check. There's something I want to check here. I think I just debunked it. Okay, so right here, she's setting up the camera. Let's see where she
A ver si
places it.
capta
She's gonna hit record, right?
Porque la neta ya
Hit record.
me harté
Hold on.
de que estén pasando cosas y no sepa
I
qué.
want to make sure she hits record and doesn't move it
La
again.
voy a
Okay, she hits record here.
dejar grabando.
She readjusts it. Okay, right here. She hit record. We can fully see the ice maker in frame, right? It's completely in frame. It's cut off at the very end of it right there. And then she gets up and she walks back to her room where she hears the spooky sound. And then she goes back out to check it. Okay, she's coming out. She has not touched the camera since she hit record, right? She has not touched the camera. And now look. Wait, hold on. The ice maker is no longer completely in frame. It's a little bit more to the left. So either the ghost moved the camera or she just moved the camera when she went to do the prank with her buddy. What she should have done instead was use the refrigerator, have it fully in frame, but only the right side is at the edge of her camera. So if she does have to move the camera for whatever reason, when she goes to put it back, she can line up that exact frame again. So it's not as obvious that she's moving the camera around. Yeah, I'm gonna call this one a phony.
A house with a horrible history.
with a horrible history.
Reddit user Octopus Funeral has been experiencing
Octopus
terrifying
Funeral?
paranormal activity in his home in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Where y'all get these names from?
So the backstory on his house is that nearly 100 years ago, in 1925, a man suffered an extreme nervous breakdown and brutally ended the lives of his 2 young daughters
Oh my.
before ending his own life.
Okay.
Almost a century later, Reddit user Octopus Funeral says he used to be a skeptic, but that all changed when he moved into this house. He says that strange unexplained events begin to haunt his family, He says the paranormal encounters became more extreme and aggressive with every passing day in the house.
Let me see.
One day, he's in the basement doing laundry, and he feels that something is just kind of off.
Okay.
He takes out his phone and starts to record. What
no one would do
next
that.
Is downright creepy.
No one would do
Like
that.
I was saying earlier, most of the stuff does happen down here. And I mean, you can't really.
Okay, buddy.
That's freaky stuff right there, man.
Yeah, that's freaky stuff right there, man.
Yep, that's what you call it. Freaks me out, man. It's giving me goosebumps.
There could be very easily someone behind that shelf just with their hands moving the cans off the shelf. We can't see it because it's too, like, the camera's not detailed enough, right?
It's creepy. So that door always swings wide open and it stays open. It doesn't ever close. Stay like that.
It never closes ever.
There you go. Let go of it. Holy crap, that's freaky.
Reddit user
It's
Octopus
freaky?
Funeral says that the paranormal activity in the house freaked him out so much.
He doesn't
that
sound freaked
and
out
his
at all.
family eventually just moved out back in 2017.
He was so nonchalant about
He says that
it.
since then, he didn't even want
What?
to think about that house.
My man literally sat there saying, "Oh, that's scary. Oh, that's kind of freaky though. Uh-oh, the door's not supposed to do that. The cans aren't supposed to fall off the shelves on their own either." Like the buddy's acting skills were just, they not up to par. Okay, you need to have a little bit of fear if you're gonna generally try to play off that you're freaked out. You gotta have a little bit of fear, buddy. Also, if I'm in my garage or something, and I'm like, something don't feel right in here, my last thought is to pull out the camera and record it. I'm just going to not do that and just figure it out on my own, maybe, like a normal person would probably do. We have to err on the side of the caution and go off my man's just very obvious acting skills that it's not a ghost. Just trust me, bro.
Tick tock.
TikTok.
TikTok user
Time's up.
Helloista says he made the terrible mistake
TikTok
of fooling
and
around with a Ouija
TikTok.
board at his home in Germany. And, of course, it did not go well.
You're not supposed to do that, buddy. Oh, I don't know what these subtitles say. The door on this clock, it just opened. I just wanted to go to sleep, but suddenly it opened. The last few days, it hasn't opened. It just opened, dude. I almost pooped my pants.
Wenn hier irgendwas in diesem Raum ist, dann mach diese Tür auf.
We're zooming out. Why is the clock way up there? Can you even see it from, like, if you're standing, can you see that from head height?
Und du mich hören kannst,
You gotta walk up to the clock and like, look straight up,
Tür.
see it? What am I?
Bro, ich schwöre bei Gott, ich schwöre auf meine Mutter, hier ist keine Schnur oder so. Nicht,
There's no string. Okay?
Guck mal,
Look.
guck mal.
He's right, I'm not seeing any
Ich
string.
schwöre auf meine Mutter. Gar nichts.
Is that supposed to be wobbling? I don't know anything about clocks. I think it's just spring activated, buddy.
Ich hab Gänsehaut. Gänsehaut, Bro.
I have goosebumps. It's a clock, dude. Calm down.
Ich schwöre, meine Mutter.
Nice leg, bro. Okay, let me see those goosebumps.
Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott.
Calm down.
Diese Ouija-Board ist genau hier dran.
What? The cuckoo clock of doom? This is a Goosebumps story? Come on now. All right. Hey, he fixed a little pendulum thing.
Mein Herz am Rasen, Bruder. Mein Herz am Rasen.
My heart is racing.
Mein Herz am Rasen.
Well, don't throw it away, dude. What are you gonna... This is excessive, buddy. I'm telling you right now, the clock isn't haunted. The hinges are probably springs.
The door
Right?
of an antique clock hanging on the wall opens up by its...
Okay. It's not haunted, and I don't think it's strings either. I think what happened is the lock mechanism that holds the door closed is probably like barely holding the door, and I bet a little on the wall is enough to jot it loose, and then the springs of the hinges just carry the force of the door open.
The doll, the demon, and the wardrobe.
That's a lot of ghosts in one video,
Steph
buddy.
Garza claims that for the last 10 years, she has experienced strange
10
paranormal activity
years?
in her home in Mexico after purchasing a creepy secondhand doll.
Why would you buy
In the
this?
beginning, Steph started hearing the unexplained voice of a child crying out from within her home.
Who would buy
Finally,
that?
She had had enough and just threw the doll away.
Smart.
But unfortunately, the paranormal presence never left. One night,
it
Steph
walking
hears
around?
frightening sounds coming from her bedroom closet. What happens next shocks her to her core.
Let me see.
Espera, espera. Ve. Se está abriendo.
They're laughing? Okay, that's creepy. I saw a little hand come out.
No mames.
Language?
Ya decidió hacerse presente el amigo. Y de día. Ay, no. Miren, 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 miren.
It's just the head of a little boy or a little girl or something.
Ay, no.
That is a pretty small closet. There was not a lot of room back there for someone to hide. I mean, there is a lot of clothes, though. Little tiny dude might be hiding behind the clothes. I don't know. We can fit a kid in there. 100%. I could fit in there. I've been known to get into some pretty tight places, okay? I can squeeze.
A tiny little childlike hand wraps around the closet door and quietly slides it open. Doubtful viewers of Steph's TikTok assume someone must be hiding inside the closet.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
Steph shows that there's no one there. Steph Garza believes that the sinister presence in her home may be a demon, only taking on the form of a small child.
A demon?
But what do you think? Is it real, or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Nukes, I could tell you what I think right now, buddy. I think there's a small child in the closet, and when she goes to look, the small child is tucked behind all the massive pile of clothes that are in there, right? Does anyone ever just stop and think, like, what is the ghost even trying to do right now? Open the closet door? Why? If I'm a ghost, or a demon, if I'm a demon, bro, I'm coming out guns a-blazing, okay? I'm gonna have sharp fingernails like Freddy Krueger, and I'm just gonna start slashing people. That's what I'm gonna do. Then all these ghosts are just like, you know what? Let me take this cup. Look at me. I'm a ghost. That's what the ghosts be doing. Okay, fellas, I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Some of these were literally impossible to debunk, but we got the peekaboo one, the girl with the refrigerator. That one, that's a debunk for sure. But for the rest of these, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to leave them up to unsolved mysteries, really. Of course, I'm sure some of you guys can debunk it on your own. Just let me know your thoughts in the comments on the ones that I didn't get. I love to read what you guys come up with, because some of y'all are very smart. Sorry, all of y'all are very smart. And don't forget, if you get a moment, maybe go over to Nuke's Top 5 and maybe leave a nice comment on one of his newest videos. Wish him like speedy recovery or something like that. I'm sure the nice comments would really help him out right now. But that's it, fellas. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe before you head out. And until next time, my ghost debunkers, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.